The Improved Production Racing Association of Victoria is proudly supported by Prestige Hino, Australia's most awarded Hino dealer, 888 Home Loans for all your mortgage needs, ProCut Tree Services, Melbourne's most trusted for tree and stump removals, DLL Photography and Design, complete website and e-commerce solutions, Traction Tyres and Yokohama Motorsport, performance and safety for road or race.
G'day everybody and welcome to Winton. Up here in northeastern Victoria, it is the second consecutive year that this place is the second stop on the IPRA Victorian Club Championship Tour. History's shown that this 3 kilometre circuit is a great place to have an under 2 litre car, and we have 6 of them entered for this weekend. In overs, well, that's a bit of a different kettle of fish. The big talking point is the absence of the clubhouse leader in Adam Poole. So, in theory, we should have a new points leader in overs by the end of the weekend. It's a great place to race, it's great weather, and it should be a great weekend. Our top qualifier in overs for the race this morning is Paul Cruz. Paul, it's a package that seems to go fairly well around here, and you find yourself on the front row, same as you did last year.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. It does go well around here, but it's certainly not what we want. We don't want to be known as Winton specialists. We want to go well everywhere, and happy to be at the front.
Happy to be at the front, but it has been a bit of a trying couple of weeks for this package of yours. You didn't have the best of runs over in South Australia, though.
No, we didn't. Unfortunately, we went over to the first round of the South Australian State Championship, and unfortunately, in the Friday practice, we had an engine failure. So it's been a big couple of weeks to get the car here. Special shout out to Michael and the guys at Dandy Engines who helped immensely in getting things turned around.
So with this new engine as well, you were talking to me before that it's not making the same sort of power that you were hoping for, but is it still the same sort of car, drives the same way, feels the same way, just down on power?
Yeah, essentially yes. It isn't quite making the power that we used to. We had to use parts that we had in stock as opposed to ordering the exact components that we wanted for the engine. So given that, we're still happy with the result, and it's a great little car to drive around here. So yeah, it still feels the same. Yeah.
Jamie, great qualifying result from you, 5th place in sandwiched in between a whole bunch of the Generals men. It's only the 3rd race meeting that this car's done, though.
Yeah, it's been a long development for this car. I've spent a lot of time in the shed while I've been racing other cars, but yeah, it's good. This is certainly the track that suits it, so it was always expected to be reasonable, but it's actually the fastest I've gone here in an improved production car. I did a mid-32 yesterday, and I just had the turbo fall off in qualifying, so didn't quite get what we could out of it, but we were very lucky. 2 laps, did the lap, and then turbo fell off.
Well, similar to the gremlins, I guess you've had sort of the same as we were talking to Paul Cruz before. Doesn't go according to plan, but it doesn't sound like it's going to be too big of an issue to solve between now and race 1.
No, it'll be fine. We're getting it off at the moment, and we'll put a new gasket on it, and I think we're going to end up having to weld them, so we'll probably end up welding the turbo to the manifold because it's a continual issue. We've never been able to solve it.
Paul, it's a bit of a common theme that we're having with our interviewees this morning. Gremlins throughout the early course of the year. You're trying to put them behind you, and at least the car's out on the track though.
It is, yeah. I'm happy to be back out here. New engine in the car. Car's running really good. I'm happy with it. Lap time's all right, and I'm just hoping that we have a good weekend. And that's all we can do, just enjoy our weekend.
Well, I guess enjoying the weekend, I guess, is probably the best thing to do, because if you don't laugh, you're going to cry, I guess, when certain things go wrong. But lap time, ultimately not there in qualifying this morning, but still plenty of racing ahead for the weekend.
Yeah, look, after yesterday's run, it went really well, and I'm just thinking it's me. Just got to get a bit quicker and, break a bit later, and we should have some fun this afternoon.
Well, speaking of fun, I think Stevie Zorkis and Callum Jensen had a fair bit of fun at Sandown. You're lined up next to Callum Jensen going into race one, so what are your thoughts on that one?
Well, we've had a bit of a chat. We said, let's keep our paint to ourselves and have some fun, but let's keep it close, And Stephen's done a sensational lap time coming out in the morning, and, we're looking forward to have a good run.
Wayne, great to see you back in action here at Winton. You unfortunately didn't get out for Phillip Island last year with a few gremlins, but how's the car going?
Thanks, Steve. The car's going great this weekend. I had to put another gearbox in it. I left all the gears on Honda Corner at Phillip Island, but I've got 4 gears now to play with, and it's no excuses. It's going okay.
Now, it hasn't necessarily been a while since you ran. You were up here in June last year and shared a Mazda RX-7 with Ben Schutz in the Freedom 4 Hour, so you've got plenty of miles around this track.
Yeah, I've got plenty of miles here, and I can't quite get it back to get the times I was getting there. So in the last 6 months, I think old age has taken over and I've gone slower, so I'll have to get that speed back.
What have you been doing with yourself in the meantime?
Still working, semi-retired, building up another car, an RX-8 for sports sedans. But now I've got more time, I'll do more racing again, and really looking forward to it. And had my own body reconstructed, new shoulders and that, so I'm hoping that'll make me go faster.
In a similar method to Wayne Orway, Shane Williams, it's great to have you back and holding up the Mazda Brigade as well. Good to see you out on track.
Yeah, cheers, Steve. It's good to be back. It's been a little while, just on a year since I've come out, so it's good to see the guys and dust off the cobwebs in the car and myself, so yeah.
Speaking of cobwebs, how long did it take you to get that ring rust out of you?
It took a little while.
Well, what have you done to the car in the meantime? I know sort of your boss, Craig Caspers, has probably had a hand in making sure you run the Mazda RX-7 because he, of course, runs one himself. But does it get much sort of love and attention when you're away from the track?
It's having a young family, it gets a bit harder at the moment. But, the only thing I've really done is put some CDI into it, which I've wanted to do for ages. And other than that, hasn't had any real car mods since I was out last, to be honest. But still chasing a bit of setup and trying to get the car as good as we can.
Oh, well, it's great to see you back out here, and I guess expectations for the weekend is just bring it home straight.
Yeah, bring it home straight. We'll try and improve on today's efforts and see how we go.
It's been a while since we saw you out on track, but it's been a bit of a mixed weekend for you so far.
Yeah, a bit rusty as a driver, a bit rusty as a preparer and as a mechanic as well. So started off Friday and blew a drive shaft, so I didn't get many laps then. Yesterday started popping out in third gear. Then for the first race, I blew a fuse or something on the electric water pump, so it overheated and embarrassed myself on the start line. And had a good start this last race. Started 35th, last on the grid, got up to 19th on the first lap, and then third gear went completely. So I just basically went around in second and fourth, and I don't know, lost a couple of places, finished the race, and now it's on the trailer.
Well, it's good to see you out. For a little while behind the scenes, you've been handling the points and doing a few other things for the club. So what's it like to sort of put that behind you and relinquish that role and just enjoy racing again?
Yeah, that's good actually. I'm doing a bit of a soft handover with Paul Gavotz this year. So we're sort of doing the points in tandem, trying not to make so many mistakes. But just ready to start racing again. Yeah.
Mark, you drove your beautiful black VF Commodore to sixth place in that one. You were right in the thick of the battle with Jamie and Craig Pierre-Gross throughout that one. What was it like from watching it from the cockpit?
Yeah, it was pretty good actually. Just mainly, once I caught up to them, I just wanted to get past. But the actual battle for them was actually really exciting. So it was good racing. Craig was very fair in every move, I think. And at one point I got up alongside Jamie, but just couldn't make it stick. So.
Yeah, just in those last closing laps, we noticed you sort of had that little bit of a lunge down toward turn 11, but just weren't far enough alongside. And I guess that's a symptom of the different sort of strengths and weaknesses of the cars in the grid.
Yeah, I actually might have grabbed... I didn't grab the wrong gear. I actually just forgot to change gear. So I bounced off the rev limit a couple of times, but if I got that... But Jamie he just on the brakes, he sailed sort of past anyway. So it's they had a good battle. I had a good battle. I'm wrapped with 6. Being top 10 at Winton with my car is pretty good with the field we've got, I think. So... really happy.
Dallas, I know you've only done a handful of races over the last couple of years, but it's not a proper IP family introduction until you've had a chat to me. So very much a belated welcome to the IP family.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here.
Now, you've got a stock VX SS Commodore with a little bit of improvement to it. Give us a quick rundown on it.
Yeah, so I bought the car as a registered car, a stock manual SS. Did cage, obviously, just a cold air intake and an exhaust system on it. And then started doing IP racing.
What actually inspired you, or actually more to the point, who inspired you to come into IP and play with these guys?
It was just looking around for something to get back into, and saw the IP and thought it's a good place to start. You can get a reasonably cheap car and be in amongst the middle of the field and have some fun.
So you've obviously had some sort of motor racing experience prior?
Yes, I did a little bit of superkarting for about 3 years. Done a bit of track work on motorbikes and stuff as well, but yeah.
So very much had some motorsport in the blood for a while, and for the most part you're in the mid-pack, seems to translate pretty well. Have you got sort of any upgrades and stuff to the car you've got in the works?
Yeah, got an engine rebuild happening after Phillip Island, so that should be good, get me up a little bit further. Hopefully not get dragged off down the straights by everyone else, which seems to be a bit of an issue at the moment, but yeah, it's good fun.
Richard, it's a bit of a common theme this weekend. We don't see a lot of people that are returning to the group, and you're one of them. But your Mazda RX-8 seems to go pretty handily around this 3K circuit.
Car's pretty good. It's probably the driver that needs a bit of help at the moment. bit out of practice. I haven't raced here for a long time at Winton. Did a couple of rounds last year, so I did Sandown and Phillip Island earlier in the year, so it's nearly 12 months since I've been in the car, so just got to get a bit of muscle memory back.
Now, importantly, you've got the Milton Motorsport guys looking after your car, the same crew that looks after Tony Groves in the sports stands. What's it like to sort of be able to not have to worry about working on your own car and just sort of turn up as a driver and, know that it's there for you and that they'll take care of it all?
Oh, look, the guys do a great job. Liam and the guys at Milton are awesome. They're actually just lined my car up because I had a bit of toe issue in my rear after the last race, a bit of a tap, and so they fixed that. In the heat, it's probably hard when you're out there working on your own car. I mean, obviously a lot of people do it, and I don't have the mechanical ability, so I have to rely on these guys, and it makes it probably a bit more relaxing. It's a bit more enjoyable, and as I said, and they do a great job. They do stuff I couldn't do.
Top man in under 2 litres for the weekend is Steve Zorkas. Steve, you had a really good qualifying on Saturday. Race 1 didn't really go according to plan, but you bounced back pretty well on Sunday.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Yeah, hot one this weekend for everyone, but qualifying was good. Probably one of the best ones we've had for a while. We had a couple of mechanical issues that put us back in the field, but we just brought it home. And we fixed it overnight. New gearbox, a few other little things that went wrong, and it just seemed to go pretty good today, so we're really happy.
The top man in overs for the weekend is Rob Braun. Rob, you had a really good result at Malala a couple of weeks ago, 3rd overall, and a round win for you this weekend at Winton. A little bit unexpected, but it's a great result nonetheless.
Yeah, you're certainly right there. Malala was about what I expected it to be fairly hard, but thought 2 weeks later come here and it'll probably be a similar result. Might get a podium. But it's worked out really, really good. We just come together. Working really well.
And on top of that, you're off to Bathurst at Easter for the 6 hour with Tony Maloney. So we wish you congratulations on securing the entry, and we look forward to seeing what you can do.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that, sort of. It'll be good. It'll be a good experience. It was a bit of a one-off thing, so we'll have a crack at it.
And that's it. That's the end of the Winton round of this year's Club Championship for 2022. I always remark that Winton's a bit of a joker in the pack. We always seem to get a bit of a mixed bag of results here, and there's the same thing this year. We had some great drives through the field, we had some great battles all the way up and down the pack, and we had an unexpected winner at the top of the standings this round. It also goes along with all the different troubles that people have over the weekend, myself included, with the way my voice is sounding right now. We'll see you in 6 weeks for Phillip Island. Until then, please drive safely and bye for now.